Well, here we are heading to the airport on our way to Peru. We've got the car full here. We've got a big adventure ahead of us, and we're going to be making a video to show everybody what it's going to be like to be in Peru. Alright, we're boarding a plane for South America. It's been like how many hours? Almost 24 hours we've been sort of on the road, and we're now over Peru, and we're going to be landing here in like 20 minutes in Lima, and pretty stoked. Looks pretty beautiful out the cockpit window there. It's pretty amazing. So almost there. Okay, we now take our paperwork up to the immigration desk. And this is the customs line where, if you're lucky, you won't get your bag searched. Okay, here we are outside the this is the airport in Lima. We gotta go get our connecting flight in there. How are you feeling right now? We're having to rush a little bit. Yet another security check. Peruvian airports look pretty much just like airports here in the United States. Let's go ahead and meet our hosts, the Englands. This is Scott England, one of the most wild and crazy guys you'll ever meet in your entire life. He's a real force of nature. He loves adventure as much as anyone I know. He's just as much at home teaching a Bible study as he is riding his dirt bike over insane terrain. He and his wife are from Oroville, but we became friends down at Point Loma. Don't let the Grizzly Adams beard throw you. Scott's a super nice guy. In 2008, Scott and his family sold everything they had and moved from Idaho to Peru to become missionaries. You're going to love these guys. We are in Cusco, Peru, at the home of the Englands. Scott and I just got back from a dirt bike ride, pretty much exploring all of Peru, it felt like. Well, so we're a little dirty, but we went the group to meet the England family, so they're going to introduce themselves and say a few things.
Hi, I'm Scott England, and this is my family. I think they'll introduce you. No, this is Emma. She wants me to introduce her. So this is Emma. This is my youngest daughter.
My name's Kaylee.
Hi, I'm Terry.
And we just want to say we are super excited to have you guys come down next summer.
Yes.
And today, and the last 3 days, we were out exploring some of the areas that I think you guys will probably get a chance to do some exploring in those areas as well. And we're just really excited to have you guys come down.
Cusco is a city of 370,000 people. It was the capital of the ancient Incan Empire before it was captured by the Spanish in the 1500s. But to the England family, it's just home.
Say it helps. I don't know.
Okay, here we are driving to the cafe with Weston and Scott. Oh, speed bump.
Yeah, a few of those around.
This is Cusco, at least part of it.
So the speed bumps they call rompemuelles.
Is Cusco in general a pretty safe town?
Yeah, Starbucks it is. But you haven't had good coffee till you had meeting place coffee.
That's
so.
right.
Oh, true. You won't be needing to go there.
So can you drink the water here? Like,
No.
okay.
We've got a filter at the cafe, so you can drink
Okay.
filter water. But
When the Spanish took over the city, they rebuilt it in the tradition of the European villages of the 1500s, way before automobiles. That meant narrow streets and plazas with fountains and statues, like this one here, where the meeting place is. There's a fountain in the square. Okay, now you're going to get a little tour of the meeting place, which will be our home base while we're in Peru. This is a really old building, hundreds of years old, probably older than any building you've ever been in the United States. It's also a working cafe that Scott and his family and some of the volunteers run, and they serve American food. They specialize in American food. and the American tourists coming into the city are very thankful for that. It's very good food. It's the only place you can order a smoothie and a Belgian waffle and a hamburger, all American style. Here's a little tour of the downstairs. It's usually bustling with business during a given day. Now we're going upstairs, and you can see there's a balcony, and this is where people stay. And there's also a language school that meets up here a lot of the year. This is where we stayed on our 9-day trip down to Peru last summer, and this is where a lot of the people in our trip will likely stay. There's a couple bedrooms and a game room, which will probably be converted into a bedroom. This is the bedroom that Allison and I got to hang out in and stay in during our time there. It was pretty nice, as you can see. There's also a bathroom, a shower when it's working, and more bedrooms. There's a lot of things that happen at the meeting place. This is an after-school kids club, specializing in arts and crafts that they run. And this is sort of a Bible study that they do every Sunday evening. It's more of a discussion group, open to all walks of life and all faiths, and lots of people from around the city just drop in. You never know who you're going to get. Lots of things are happening at the meeting place, and all of it's really cool. They always end their meeting with a little praise and worship. Now we'll explore the Plaza San Blas a little bit. This is the plaza where the meeting place is located. I really enjoyed the idea of cities being created around plazas, which are kind of like little neighborhoods. They're kind of hubs of activity. This was a really cool plaza. I couldn't believe how many things were going on here. This is a really quiet morning, just as everybody's getting up. There's a woman opening her shop with her little daughter. There's lots of people selling stuff on the streets, and it really wakes up around 8:30, 9 in the morning. There's a meeting place open for breakfast, calling all tourists mostly in, but also locals. This is a school field trip that was there one time when we were there. And if we're ever around on a Saturday, this is a kind of a swap meet bazaar organized by some people. And there's lots of stuff to buy, lots of really, really cool things that you wouldn't find in the United States. So it's one of these places where you want to have a little bit of spending money. That church right there is the oldest church in Cusco. I'm not exactly sure when it opened, but it's obviously very old, dating back to the 1500s. They like their music in Peru, and they like their colors in Peru. Everything that they sell there is very, very colorful, as you can see. Bought my son a chess set and bought some hats and some clothes. You're definitely going to want to come back with some of this really cool stuff.
The stores like this. Buy snacks.
This joker set off fireworks every single morning at like 6:30 a.m., startling us out of bed. As you'll see, they love their fireworks in Peru. Thane's about to go check out a big street party just about to happen in the plaza.
Wanna go do it?
Okay.
Gotta go.
They're having some big, huge festival. Building some fireworks. Thing is going on a mission to figure out what time they're gonna. Those cars. Right outside our window. This is a little pre-ride breakfast. Heading out this morning.
Best breakfast in South America, the Meeting Place Cafe. Don't forget about it. I agree.
All right, here we are. We're heading to Scott's house to go on our motorcycle trek. We've got some epic riding planned for today and the next few days. And who knows what we're going to see, but we're going to capture it for you on video.
Yeah.
All right. Wrap. All right, well, here we go. We've finally saddled up, and we're leaving around noon on a big old ride. There are the boys and the bikes. All right, we're at the top of our first small pitch. I don't know, gain
We're just to let you know, we're about a third of the way up top of the hill.
third of the way to the top.
We're
But already
somewhere.
looking down on Cusco, about 1,000 feet maybe, 700 feet up. Looking good, sweating a little bit, breathing a little heavy, but
Yeah, I'm not
but
sweating,
we're doing
I'm
good.
not breathing.
Oh man,
It's just you guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
Scott is the man. We're at another, just come out of that village. Weston's coming up the hill here.
This is some Quechua name that I can't pronounce. And then we're gonna loop around the side of the lake, and that'll dump.
All right, we're up on a mountain. Switchbacks from beyond all the way up to here. There's the camp down there.
All right, we're up here at the top of, or almost to the base of Salcantay. You can see it in the background there, and we're just having an awesome ride. This is a great trail, and kind of give you a look at the valley below. It goes down and down. How's the ride been so far, Scotty?
This is what you call a perfect day. Perfect trail, perfect weather, perfect friends. We're riding the Salcantay.
Yep. You got anything to say, Weston? All right. So.
After climbing up that gnarly rocky pass, it was kind of nice to hit the downhill going down into the jungle. This is where we started seeing lots of tourists hiking their way through. Most of them were really stoked to see us and waved and smiled, but there were a few, I think, that were a little annoyed. Maybe we were ruining their illusion that the only way you can get into these places is by hiking. Wrong. Letting the burros go by. Just waiting. Salcantay Trail, right there, mountains. This little village is a likely camping spot along the trail. It's a good meadow to camp in right there. That's where we came from. And that's where we're going. Of all the little tiny towns and villages we rode through, this is one of my favorite. It was called La Playa, which means the beach. Although there was a river, we didn't see any beach. But this is a place we will definitely be hiking through and probably stopping to have lunch, or at least a snack. Eating out occasionally. That's where we're having lunch, right in there. Pretty place. La Playa. So that was a little taste of some of the places that you'll be seeing on the hike. I can tell you, you will not be disappointed. Peru is one beautiful place, and it just keeps on going and going and going. It seemed like it was just epic view after epic view, quaint little awesome town after quaint little awesome town, with tons of people to interact with, say hi to. It was an experience I'll never forget. Eating dinner at a charming little restaurant in Ollantaytambo, and I'm about to get run over. Pretty cool little village though. Okay, here we are crammed into a Toxie. Kind of what you do to get around. Hopefully we live to tell the tale. Yeah. After getting back from our epic ride, we decided it would be a good idea to go try and explore the town a little bit. Particularly, find places for our group to sleep. The meeting place can't house all of us, and so we had to find some overflow housing at one of the local hostels. And let me tell you, there are a lot of local hostels, as well as crazy little places like this. You'll just be walking along, there'll be a door, you look down in there, and it's like a whole nother world. You don't see stuff like that in the States, at least not where I've been. This is the marketplace.
That's what you just said.
The marqueta, as Allison would call it.
Where are we gonna buy some of our food?
The marketplace. Okay, we're here to check out a hostel. This is a kind of a lower end, 1-star, cheaper hostel. Let's see how it goes. I'll follow you, Van. This is a possible hostel for us. It's on the street up to scale. A little bit more money, but very nice. We can use our kitchen. There's just so much to do in Peru. This is a possible excursion for us. The Incan ruins in the little town of Pisac. Come to another, I'll bet this was like a lookout point for the Incas. Pretty epic. The stone architecture of the Incas is legendary. Imagine with no modern tools, the precision with which they cut all these stones.
Barely stick a needle into that. Might be able to.
No mortar, perfectly shaped, fitted. You see this everywhere. The spring's probably been running for centuries and centuries.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, these ruins, they just keep on going, don't they, Allison? We're going down, down to there. We've gotten to a section where we're just going down about a 10 billion stairs, dropping elevation pretty fast. A little hard on the knees, but we're making it. Down at the bottom here, we got a pretty big marketplace. Well, there you have it, the end of our little video. I was actually surprised how captured I was with this beautiful country, amazing city, and the wonderful Peruvian people. They say the Incas were a peaceful, gentle people by nature, and I certainly believe it. I wish I could tell you and show you more about the mission work we're going to be doing in Peru. Cusco is a city badly in need of the gospel. Under Scott and Terry's direction, we're going to wait until we're a little closer to the trip to decide on mission work. That way we can be more responsive to the needs of the community. I can't wait to take a bunch of you down here in what will possibly be the most epic campus life adventure yet. And that's saying something.